Good morning, everybody. How are you? Happy Tuesday, even though it feels like a Monday for me. I am back from vacation from the Dominican Republic. We had a what we call a Success Club trip for us coaches who earned it. There was, I think, 4,000 of us there. Good morning, guys. 4,000 of us there in Punta Cana at the Hard Rock Hotel, which was a beautiful hotel. I had never been to a Hard Rock before. Humongous, probably one of the biggest hotels I've ever seen. They had a tram car that had to take you around the entire property to get to certain restaurants. And so we are back from that trip, and it made me kind of want to come live and talk to you guys about a plan I have, because typically after a vacation, or even sometimes after a really crazy weekend, a lot of people are derailed from their health and fitness goals, right? More times than not. I know for me on vacation, I actually started off pretty strong on this vacation, eating well and really trying to focus on finding the healthiest foods to eat, not drinking too much, because I can't drink anymore, I'll tell you that much. I am definitely getting old. I cannot hang. When I have, after like 2 drinks or so, I get a headache and I just feel icky. So I did have some really yummy drinks. I enjoyed them, but I didn't overindulge in that part, because I really can't recover. Now that I'm 40, I can't recover anymore. So I definitely, I had dessert, because that's my thing. They had really great desserts everywhere you went. I mean, this place was an all-inclusive, so literally you're walking down the corridor and there's just tables of donuts and danishes and cupcakes and muffins, and it is a sweet tooth person's heaven. I'll just put it that way. So we definitely overindulged a bit, and yesterday in the airport there was no good choices. I ended up having a salad, but then on the airplane they offered us cookies with our coffee. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have some cookies. So I definitely overindulged. I definitely am feeling the difference today, but that's okay, because I do believe in the 80-20 rule. I do believe that 80% of the time it's important to stay focused on your goals, and 20% of the time you should be enjoying your life. I never like to feel like I'm on a diet, and as soon as I start to say I'm on a diet, I immediately want to eat brownies. It's just a total mental thing. I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. So and it's even like that after a long weekend. Working with my challengers, I know one of the biggest challenges that they talk about is I'm good Monday through Friday when I have a routine, but as soon as the weekend hits and I'm going out with my friends, or I have a party or a shower to go to, we lose it, right? We just overindulge, and it becomes like this 3-day cheat meal. And then we're right back to where we started on Monday morning, and that's hard. So this is kind of the plan that works for me every time. Number one is your mindset has to be in the right place. You have to be in the mindset to say, okay, I'm done. It's over. It's in the past. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I enjoyed it. I don't regret it. And now it's time to get back to work. So your mindset has to be in the right place. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Number 2 is you need a plan. You need to be focused on what your goal is, as far as your nutrition, as far as what your exercise regimen is going to be for the week. You need to know what that's going to look like. So for me, I knew going to bed last night, I was tired. I did not unpack. I still have to do that today. My house is a mess. Laundry. Oh, it's a mess. But I knew what my workout was going to be when I first got up this morning. I knew I was going to get right back on track with my 5:30 a.m. wake up time. And so I went right back to my Shailene Extreme workout this morning. Dave went right back to his Body Beast workout. We're actually done after this week, and we're going to be doing a 30-day hybrid of the Body Beast together. So we're going to be working out together again, which I'm excited about. So right away, my plan is, all right, I know what my workouts are for this week. I know that I'm going to get them done at this time every day. So that's first step. You need to know what your workouts are and when you're getting them done. Step 2 is your nutrition, and this is obviously the biggest piece. Now, because we were gone for a while, my kids were here for a couple days with various people, but they did leave for the weekend, so I didn't want to do a huge food shopping before I left, because I know food would go bad. So I just did a small food shopping before I left on the basics to have in the refrigerator, so I knew today that we would come back and want to have those things. So for example, we always have eggs in the house, so I bought a dozen eggs, so I knew I I had that for this morning at least. I knew I wasn't going to have time to food shop until today, so we had to plan it out because Dave's going to work, so I knew I had to have food for him. I had made a couple of turkey burgers ahead of time before we left, so he had that for lunch today, and I bought a bag of chopped salad, so that was done. Now, something I always do, I always have my backups in the freezer for when I get back from vacation, or if I hadn't food prepped on the weekend. If you had a crazy weekend, I have my backups in the freezer. So for example, I always keep Dr. Prager's veggie burgers in the freezer. I always have a box of those. There's 4 in a pack. So that's a quick lunch if you don't have time to food shop. And so you don't have an excuse to go through a drive-through, right? Or just say, oh, screw it, I'm just going to go buy lunch today until I can get my food shopping done. No. You have stuff in your freezer. I also buy the frozen bags of brown rice, the frozen bags of veggies. So all you do is put those in the microwave 4 or 5 minutes and they're ready to go. You can put together your Dr. Prager burger and some green beans with a little olive oil and garlic. Done for the day, right? So you have that already planned and in your arsenal. I also have frozen fruit because, if you buy fresh fruit a week in advance and then you come back from a trip, it goes bad, right? Or it's moldy. So we have frozen blueberries. I have frozen peaches. Those are all things that I can add into my Shakeology, which is my non-negotiable meal every single day. I brought it on vacation. I shook it up on the plane. Not ideal when you shake it up, but hey, it did the trick, and I didn't want to buy one of those packs of junk, right? So I make sure I have my Shakeology. That's like a given meal. I don't even have to think about that one, so I'm always grateful for that. I can just throw some of my frozen fruit in that until I get my grocery shopping done. And that's my plan for the nutrition. Today I am going to go food shopping. And for you, if you are, if you're working and you didn't have time to prep for the weekend, or if you're out all weekend, or if you're on vacation, make sure you know when you're going to get your grocery shopping in. That has to be your non-negotiable. I think Peapod, or any type of delivery service, I know a lot of people use HelloFresh now, is ideal. You can do that from anywhere. As long as you have Wi-Fi, you do a quick order, at least to get the basics in your house and have it delivered, as soon as possible. So if you're busy today, maybe you have your food delivered tomorrow morning, as long as you have enough to get through the day. The point is, you want to have enough planned out, or as backup in your freezer, so you don't have to order out. You don't have to do a quick stop at McDonald's, right? Or any fast food restaurant. You want to make sure that once you're back on your plan, because again, it starts with your mindset. Once you're back on your plan, like you're in it, right? There's no excuses. You're going to figure out how to make this work. So the third part of it, aside from the mindset, aside from the planning when your workouts, aside from figuring out what your nutrition is going to look like until you can get yourself, situated with a good food shopping. What was it? Oh, it's tracking. is writing down what you're going to be eating. I find that is the most helpful thing. Writing it down actually before you eat it. So it's almost like when I was a teacher, I would do lesson plans, right? So I would do them a week in advance, and then when I would go to school on Monday, I would say, okay, I'm going to be doing this in reading today, I'm going to be doing this in math, this lesson over here. I knew what I was going to do, and I just did it, right? So if you plan out your food and you track it ahead of time and you write down everything you're going to eat, let's say on Tuesday or a Wednesday, you just go, you say, oh, I'm having scrambled eggs for breakfast with some spinach and some fresh blueberries. Let me go take it out, make sure I have it. If you look at what you're going to have for snacks and lunch and you're going to work, you make sure you take it out, pack it, you have it with you. You will be 10 times more successful if you track everything that you're eating ahead of time, instead of writing it down as you eat it, because guess what happens? You pop 3 of the kids' chicken nuggets into your mouth and you're like, do I write it? Do I not write it? Well, either way, you did it, right? It counts. But if you don't have chicken nuggets written down on your list and you only go by what's on that list, and then once it's done, and I always say, once you're done eating dinner, you should be done for the night, no snacking, because that's what gets everybody, right? Once you eat what's on your list, you're done. And that's mindset. That's saying, okay, I'm done for the night, I'm fine, I don't need anything else. Your mindset's going to play a huge role with your success with your nutrition. Planning is key. That's the moral of the story. It is, Jamie. It really is. That is the moral of the story. It is planning. So again, and it's also not making excuses, me to say, you know what, I screwed up for the last 4 days. What's another day? No, for me it's Monday, because my mind's all crazy because yesterday was Monday and we were still traveling, so it feels like a Monday. But so for me, it's day one of my new start, right? Starting fresh. I have no regrets from my vacation. I enjoyed it thoroughly, as I do believe everyone should. But we still worked out, and you know, that is part of our lifestyle, so we don't ever give up on that. I did eat healthier meals when I could. I did make sure I had my Shakeology every single day. They had a Shakeology bar, which is the bonus of going on a Beachbody trip. Every day after our workout, they had these amazing Shakeology bars, so we definitely had that every day. So, you know, it is a lifestyle, and if it truly is your lifestyle, you want to keep feeling healthy, and you want to do that. You know, when you kind of go off the wagon, you know, you enjoy it, but you also feel the difference, right? It's not even so much like, oh my God, I gained 3 pounds. It's, wow, I feel really sluggish, and I don't have a lot of energy, and I feel a little foggy in my brain, and that's not fun either. Right? If you're used to eating really clean foods and fueling your body, and you know, being really consistent with exercise, you feel the difference in your body when you start to put crap into your body. It really does make a difference. So for me, I only like it to be temporary. I don't like the feeling, and that's why I said I can't drink anymore. I have 2 drinks and I'm like, I just don't like the way I feel, you know? I don't like to feel that fogginess the next day, or like I can't get a good workout in, or if I feel dehydrated, that's the worst feeling too. You have to chug a ton of water, take some Advil. So it's just all about getting right back into the routine. Starts with your mindset, you setting out, saying, this is my plan, this is what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stick to it, it's important to me, my health is important to me. And then you go from there. Your nutrition kind of follows it. Writing everything down, making sure you have backups in your freezer for when you didn't get your grocery shopping done. Those prepackaged stuff at the produce, the prepackaged veggies that they have done. So if you don't have time to like chop up fresh veggies or fruit, if you're going to the grocery store, go right to the produce section, get the prepackaged ones that are chopped up for you. Those zoodles, I don't think I've ever made zoodles myself in my life, like actually made them. I don't have that little zoodler thing. I usually buy them. Yes, I pay a little bit more money, but it saves me a lot of time, and to me that's important, because once the kids are home, it's game on, right? So you have to kind of plan ahead if you want to be focused on your nutrition and you want to get results and you want to feel good. It's all connected. So that was my message for today, guys, for just getting back on track. My workout's done. I just made breakfast for my husband and I am going to go grocery shopping later, but I do have enough food. I planned in advance. I do have enough food to get me through most of the morning, so I can get my laundry going and I can unpack and all that fun stuff after vacation. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle, you're going to be there next year, right? You have to be. I kept thinking in my head, Michelle needs to be here. It was an awesome time. It was great bonding with our coaches. It was great to get to speak to other coaches that we don't get to see, that are from all over the country. I'll post some more pictures later from all the different events and stuff. But yeah, and it was awesome getting to do the new workout with Chris Downing. He is amazing. That Shift Shop program is going to be very different than all the other programs we've done. It literally is a workout and a sermon all in one. It is so awesome. So you get your personal development at the same time while you're getting your sweat on. So that one is going to be really cool. I'm really excited to start a challenge group for that one, because we're going to be incorporating a lot of mindset, motivation, inspiration into that group. So we'll be talking about that later. But all right, so that's my plan, guys. I did make myself some eggs this morning. I do have some spinach, so I am going to have that for breakfast. And I do have my Dr. Prager burgers for lunch, and then I'm going to get myself to the grocery store. So again, you have to plan everything out. So proper planning prevents poor performance through and through with everything else. If you want to be successful, you have to plan. You have to have a plan. So have a great day, guys. I'm gonna go finish my coffee that's probably now cold, and get myself situated. Have a great Tuesday. I will talk to you guys all later. Bye.